It's your girl Diamond Drip, bringing you the insights and strategy you need in 15 minutes or less. So, who is Kenny Perry?
No, thanks for having me, Diamond. So, who Kenny Perry is? Kenny Perry is the founder of Organic Mindset Agency. So, we're a digital marketing agency that specializes in SEO, which is search engine optimization, online ads, social media growth, branding. So, that's anything for really helping enhance your brand, website development and revision, which can be completed in 21 days or less, and just a regular individual. That's who I am in that sense. So, I'm originally from, Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada, and I currently live in Toronto. And I do a lot of business mostly in the United States, to be honest with you. Especially because I have a business also set up in the United States. What really, really, really separates our agency from other agencies is we take a really holistic approach to not only understand the business but also understand the industry. Therefore, to understand how KPIs are measured, how metrics are measured, to really get a clear understanding of what the client is looking for, the direction they're looking to go, and how they can scale. Because when it comes to applying the marketing strategies that matter, that's essentially what we do. So, in terms of myself, in terms of things I like to do, I'm a fitness junkie. I love to work out. I love to watch sports in my free time. I like to read, listen to music and podcasts, and just kind of cool out when I'm not working, whenever. But outside of that, I'm a workaholic in that aspect.
You and I share that, Kenny. But like you said at the beginning, I'm an individual. I do other things too. So thank you for sharing that.
No problem.
All right. So, who do you serve in this wonderful business that you just described, and why those people?
So when it comes to who we serve at Organic Mindset Agency, it's really, small to lower, large, medium-sized business owners that are looking to really scale their business and really enhance their online visibility as well. Because we understand the importance of running a business. So the reason why it's important to really get an understanding of that is because as a business owner, you should be able to really run your business and then have, whether it's an agency or specialist, handle the back end things that you don't have time to do. So that's essentially what we do.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful things. And what would you say is something that these small business owners are struggling with the most when they come to you?
The main things I feel that business owners struggle with is understanding how they're being optimized with their website, with their Google My Business profile, with just their overall visibility online. They really struggle with that. And I find a lot of business owners really struggle to figure out that you have to have a formulated plan to generate results. And it takes time because if you're a business owner that's like, oh, okay, I need something overnight and I want to start having, 20 leads coming in by next week, it's just not going to happen. You have to understand it's a very, very, very calculated holistic approach to really understand that it takes time to build traction to gain the momentum to start getting the leads that you want. So having the patience, really understanding what you're looking for, understanding what your goals are, and then putting that in place and finding an agency that's going to help you get to that point.
That is beautiful. And it sounds like this is all like organic, like pun intended with organic
You
mindset.
see the word just comes up, you know what I'm saying?
Beautiful. Okay. So for those people who, they heard what you just said and they know that they kind of fit into that, but they're not sure if they're the classic words, if they're ready. Do you have any like words of wisdom, motivation, or inspiration for those people who might be feeling a little stuck right now?
Yeah, when it comes to, words of wisdom and motivation, it's more in the sense of don't be afraid to take the risk because, a lot of the time people will look at it and be like, oh, I can't afford this, or oh my goodness, I'll think about it next year, or oh, I got to get through the end of this year. It's really having faith in yourself within your business and look at it more as an investment as opposed to an expense. Because when you have the ideology of whatever you're investing into your business as an investment as opposed to an expense, your whole mind shift is going to change and you're going to start thinking, okay, you know what, I'm going to actually invest money into marketing. I'm going to invest money into a new website. I'm going to invest money into whatever it is. It's going to help me really enhance my business to the next level. So that's when it comes to, the perspective of really growing your business. That's what's most important is, being able to not be afraid to take the risk.
You. I resonate with that deeply. That shift from it's an expense or oh this is expensive to this is an investment. I had to make that shift a couple of times with personal development because I always looked at it like, it's personal development.
Yeah,
But as we know as entrepreneurs, how we show up affects our business. So yes, it's
absolutely.
an investment. So when it comes to just your overall branding, for those of us who are listening on the podcast, if you look at the YouTube video, his branding is on point. He's got the hashtag think organic, he's got the brand colors, he's got the website, like everything is to a T. And I imagine that, that takes years of knowledge and expertise. So, do you have any tips or crucial first step insights for someone who might be looking to start an agency like yours?
Yeah, the first thing you got to do is you really got to understand, who you are. And what I mean by that is understand who you are, is understand why you're doing it. You got to understand your why. You have to really have the purpose of, okay, why do I want to do this? What is my goal of doing this? You got to look at it from the perspective of, am I doing this because I want to, or am I doing this because I need to, or am I doing this because I'm trying to figure out what my next role is. So you really have to understand what your why is. Next thing is you have to really understand, who you're going to target. What a lot of people say niching down is important. Figuring that out, who you want to serve, figuring out what people's problems are. You have to really, what I would say is understand what problems are the business owners face. And then you really have to put that into your whole development in terms of as you create your business, because that's really, really important as well. Having a brand that tells a story is another thing. Like, like a lot of the time I talk about like the Nikes of the world, the Apples of the world, like, Allstate, companies like that that really have a brand that resonates and tells a story. You know what I'm saying? So having that type of mentality when you go into creating a business is really important as well, because a lot of people go into it and it's like, Ray Jones Consulting. Okay, it's cool. You may do a phenomenal job, but if you are using a self titled name, having a logo that stands out, having a slogan that stands out, color schemes that stand out, really, really making your business be a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? Because that's going to help to make people appeal to your business. And at the same time, your brand is telling a story. Like, with Organic Mindset Agency, and I appreciate the compliments, by the way, in terms of, the branding being on point, but growing your business is all in your mind. That's the slogan because, it's organic, with the tree, with the brain, with the logo, and growing your business is all in your mind. It's already inside of you, but you just have to figure out how to get it out. And that's what we do at Organic Mindset Agency.
So many gems in that. Oh my gosh, especially with the logo. I'm in the process of trademarking my logo right now. And there's, obviously the standard character format, which is ideal because then you can do whatever you want to do with it. But L'Oreal, fun fact, has trademarked the word diamond drip, the phrasing diamond drip. So in order to make my logo kind of stand out, I was blessed enough to have that cat in there, which makes it, kind of abstract enough. It's kind of like going to L'Oreal with flowers and being like, hey, I know that, it says diamond drip, but hey, I've got consulting and I've got this cat over here, and that makes us different. So I'm like, yes, everything that you're saying, soak it up. And as we close out our time here, how can people connect with you? Because you're so knowledgeable. Your branding is on point. I'm pretty sure you do, some other awesome things. And where can people experience you in your zone of genius?
Yeah, absolutely. So the easiest ways to connect with me is, either via email, it's Kenny at organic-mindset.com, or you can connect with me through Instagram as well. And that's at Organic Mindset Agency, all one word. So, we're easy to connect with on there. And then, phone numbers are in my background right now. So if you need to connect with me, best number to reach me on is 302-204-0226. So that's the best number to connect with me on. And yeah, I mean, listen, anyone needs to get, some type of assessment on their SEO, their online visibility, anything like that, more than happy to connect. Someone wants to have a call to discuss branding, virtual backgrounds that move, anything like that, more than happy to have that discussion as well. And when you do actually schedule a call with us, we are offering free hotel savings cards. So that's something that definitely will really, it's a little bit of a gem as the holiday season comes, and, it's a little bit of a gift that can really, really help people with, obviously some travel savings. So I'm more than happy to set that up and hook you up if anyone comes along.
Hex, yeah, travel savings. I like those. Thank you, Kenny. That was a lot of places to connect with you, but don't worry, listeners. I am linking all of those beautiful places in the show notes. So, yeah, Any last
Oh,
words, Kenny?
yeah. And also connect with me on Alignable. I'm much more frequent on there than I am on LinkedIn. LinkedIn's cool, but Alignable, connect with me on there as well.
Yeah, and that goes to that point of like niching. I know Alignable is really great for that niche, like specificity. So I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So you heard it here. Alignable more than LinkedIn. We've got Instagram, we've got websites, and we've got phone numbers, and maybe a little hotel savings card if you decide to book that with Kenny. Awesome. Thank you, Kenny, for being here.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. It's always good to, connect with you, Diamond. And, every time, we have conversations, I feel they're very organic, obviously not promoted, but they're organic and they just flow.
Yes, same. Until next time.